What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. This video is going to be a New Year recap. We're gonna be able to do like a review of 2025 and kind of set the expectations for 2026. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a challenge about a happy book. Now, if you know what a happy book is already, then you know what the challenge is. And if you don't, stick around to the end of the video and or go see part 2 or 3 of this video because this one may be a bit long, so I'm going to have to chop it up into a few parts. Anyway, without further ado, the first thing I want to do is define what the new year means to me, right? Like, what is a new year? Because most people, it seems like kind of self-explanatory that most people are like, well, a new year starts on January 1st. Well, not for me. For me, that's the new calendar year, but that's not my new year. My new year starts on my birthday, right? Which is in February. So my birthday being Valentine's Day is going to be my New Year's Day. That's when the clock starts for me to finish my goals, and that's when the clock starts to have completed my goals for 2025, right? So technically, I have about a month left to get whatever I can done that I haven't done on that list, right? With that being said, that's not me necessarily encouraging you to do the same one way or the other. If you start on January 1st, then that's awesome. Sorry about that. If you start on January 1st, that's awesome. If you want to starting on your birthday like I do, awesome as well. But I just feel like I get more power, more focus. It works better for me to start my new year off on my birthday rather than January 1st. Now, with that being said, I do still acknowledge January 1st. So January 1st is still a day of reflection, right? The month of January is still a day of reflection. How much of our goals did we actually get done? How much of our goals do we think we'll be able to get done by the 14th? What are our goals going to be going into the 14th? Especially if we don't get certain things done, we're going to have to, put those on to 2026, right? And like, was I diligent? Was I diligent in my goals? Did I lax on my goals? Was there areas where I could have went harder or focused more or sacrificed more, whatever, right? What have you. That's what the reflection for me is. That's what January 1st means to me. It's a time of reflection. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video more than anything, and this is probably where it's going to split to part 2, is there's a lot of people who I feel like when they are looking back on January on 2025, on 25 they're looking at it like it was a bad year. And I'm not here to persuade you one way or the other. Now, maybe 2025 was a bad year. Maybe 2025 was a good year. Maybe 2025 was a mixture. Or maybe, just maybe, we've been focusing only on the negative, right? So that is a perspective that I do wish to offer. When it comes to human beings, when it comes to just about any animal, really, we tend to focus on the negative. What bad happened in 2025? What did I lose? What did I not achieve? What kind of heartache did I go through? Where do I not what do I not want to happen again in 2026? This is where we focused. And as a human being, you're not wrong to, because at the end of the day, there's so many quotes, mindsets, teachings, ideologies that are focused on and emphasized on learning from your loss, right? And when you don't learn from your loss, then it truly is a loss. But when you can learn from it, then it's you just learned a lesson. So I get like people analyzing what I didn't accomplish, what I lost, what I could have done better. But I also feel like there's not enough emphasis on what we maintained, right? Number one is what we maintain, because maintaining is a sign of progress. Maintaining is a positive, right? If decreasing is a negative, if sliding back, if losing is a negative, then standing still, then holding the line, then preserving what you have has to mean something. Now, does it mean as much as moving the envelope forward? We can talk about that. Does it mean as much as making progress? We can talk about that. We can have this discussion in this unobjectified look at it. However, depending on what came to destroy you, depending on what came to push you down, what came to take from you, what came to attack your mindset, depending on what it is, maintaining may mean more than moving forward. You know, I hate to be so corny and cliche, but I remember when I was watching the show, Orange is the New Black. In the beginning, the intro theme, it says, you know, taking steps is easy, standing still is hard. And I'm not here to say that there aren't some places and some times where taking steps is terrifying. It can be downright paralyzing. But standing still is a task. I mean, holding the line is a task, you know, preserving what you have. So, what did we maintain, right? What steps did we create? What little increases did we have? What happy moments were created in 2025? I think if we look back on 2025 and we look back unobjectively, if we look back unbiasedly, if we really just count the days of how many days we had good health, how many days versus how many days we were sick, how many days did we have with our loved ones versus how many days did we spend without them? How many days were we able to feed ourselves, clothe ourselves? Were we in good spirits? Here's the big one. This is for men, actually. How many days did we have peace of mind? You know, a lot of focuses on happiness, being happy, and everything like that. But when it comes to traditional males, we want peace, you know, and that's our priority. Not just peace for us, but peace for our loved ones and those who we wish to protect and hold close, right? So, getting to this before I make this like a 7-hour video, because I really can't talk about it for 7 hours on how much we focus on the negative versus the positive. And this is not just to make ourselves feel better. This is not just so that we can look back at the year and say, oh, it was a good year. I have more goods than bads. This is for our growth. This is for our mindset, and this is for our health. So this is where this challenge comes from. I want you to create a book. I call it my happy book. You can call it your joy book, your victory book. You can call it your overcoming book, your power book. You come up with a name for your book. I might change mine to my power book. I like that. So you come up with the name for your book. And every day you have a great day, I want you to write in that book those great days. Even if it's a above average day. If every day seems like the same, but you know what? Today, I got an extra free coffee and that made me feel good. Or I went to work and my best friend brought me lunch. I stumbled upon a motivational video that lifted me up. Wink, wink. I read a quote. God sent me a scripture. I had a good fellowship. If you have a day that's even above average, my challenge is to you is to get a book, write the date of that event, and write how you feel and what made you feel that way. And then I want you at the end of the year and at the end of each month to go back and look at those good days. And I want you to focus on those good days. And I want you to focus on the energy that surrounds those good days and the emotion that surrounds those good days. Because the reason why this is such a tool that must be utilized, the more we focus on something, the closer it gets to us. Our minds start to move toward our thoughts. We start to put words and actions into place to make sure that what we're thinking up here comes true. You want to be a king. You want to be a queen. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be a champion. You want to be a motivational speaker. You want to be a musician. You want to be an artist. Then you have to start channeling that. You have to start identifying that. You have to start looking at the energy of that and focusing on that. That's my challenge to you guys. I want to apologize to somebody in particular. He doesn't like when I say his name, so I will not say his name. I'm going to respect that. But I told him I was going to do this video several days ago. I've been MIA from my channel for at least 5 days. I do apologize. Life, work has gotten busy. It's not an excuse. Hopefully, it is a reason. But I've just been focusing on my health and everything like that. Not to say this channel isn't a priority and this video isn't a priority. And you, my friend, my brother, you are a priority as well. But we all know that we have things that supersede other things, and I had to just get those things done before I could get this video done. Hence why I'm making it while I'm driving, right? You know, I got my hands on the wheel. I'm paying attention. I'm focused, guys. I'm being safe. But I did want to get this video out there, and I wanted to make that challenge. Once again, your challenge is to create a book of memories, of positive memories. And not just that, but to focus on the emotion that you're feeling when they had that, and to review it each month if you need to, each day. And if you can't start thinking of positive things, I want you to write in the book what you want to happen and start focusing on the energy that you will for that. This is going to help us tremendously on our day-to-day, on our health, on our mental health, on our physical health, on our spiritual health, and on our emotional health. You will see, you will see the difference that it's going to make and how much more positive the years, the days, and the weeks will be. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. You keep me in your prayers, I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.